You stand up, lifting Wario up with care. His body's barely warm, and barely heavier than a bag of bricks. You take a deep breath, picking up his legs and beginning the arduous journey out of the sewer. After 20 minutes, you make it to the surface. You dry heave as you discover that you're not even at the Koopa Kingdom anymore. You're in New Donk. You have Wario. You carry him through the streets as quickly as possible. You look for a hospital. You sprint down the street, struggling to keep Wario's limp body aloft. After 5 minutes of running, you find a hospital, a giant building of gleaming white concrete and bright blue doors. You run up to the front door, desperately trying to get in. The door clicks opened by a polite female voice. "Hello?" the voice says from behind the door. You say, "Please! You have to help my friend Wario!" The door clicks open. "Please come in," the voice says. You walk inside, finding yourself in a small lobby. There's a desk where the woman is sitting, and a set of elevators to your left. "I'm sorry, but we're not accepting any more patients for the night," the woman says. "Please! He's really hurt! He's been digging in your sewers, and he's been attacked by a monster!" you explain. "I'm sorry, but you'll have to come back another time," the woman replies. "Can't you do anything?" "I'm sorry, but I can't." You sigh in disgust. How are you going to get Wario help if the hospital won't even help him? "I'm glad you understand. Please come back tomorrow," the woman says. "Can you at least take a look at him?" you ask. "I'm sorry, but we don't have any medical equipment to examine Wario. You'll have to come back tomorrow." "But he's really hurt and his heart is almost stopped." "I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do." You walk out of the hospital, unable to get any help. Wario is going to die if you don't help him. You just don't know how yet. You say, "Oh, stars above! We need a miracle!" You look around desperately, hoping to find a solution. You spot a church to your right, its tall steeple piercing through the clouds. You notice a black box hanging on the wall labeled God's Save Haven. You walk over to it, running your hand across its soft velvet lining. "Let it not be said that I, God, did not lend a helping hand," you begin to pray. "Please send an angel down to deliver Wario from this accursed realm." Suddenly, a small hole opens up in the black box. You jump back in surprise as a warm breeze begins to blow through the church. The hole closes up as a small voice pierces your ears. "Do you take this man?" the voice says. Wario blacks out. "Yes." "Tell him he has my forgiveness." Wario comes to. "What just happened? I was just praying, and all of a sudden, an angel appeared and saved me." You hug Wario. Wario hugs you back. "I knew you could do it, bro." You high-five and jump up and down with excitement. Wario has been saved. But the night isn't over yet. You return to the sewers. The night is still young, and you have a lot of work to do if you want to save the princess. But before you can get started on that, you need to get rid of that portal. You make your way to the pipe that leads to Koopa's castle. The portal's glow is still visible, and you're anxious to destroy it. You take out the fire gem you found earlier and walk towards the hole. Suddenly, a large red tongue comes out of the hole and grabs the back of your head, emerging back inside the pipe. Ghost! The tongue hisses. You pull out the gem, but it disappears into a black ooze. The ghost is invisible, but you know it's around somewhere and ready to strike. Stupid gem won't work on ghosts, you think. You say, Phantom Fettuccine! That's it! Moira, do you still have that enchanted knife from earlier?
Yeah, it's in my bag.
Good. Grab it and ride down to the pipe. I need to deal with this quickly. You run around the pipe, avoiding attacks from the ghost. You say, You said you couldn't use that knife to defeat the ghost because you didn't have fire, right? But if we combine it with the fire gem... You grab the knife and quickly put the blade on the gem, admiring the blue flames that surround the handle. You say, Now, Moira, why don't you show this ghost who to be afraid of? Moira tosses the knife to the ghost, and it catches it by the handle. Now you shall see true wrath, ghost! Moira, make this thing dance! The ghost grabs the knife from the floor and starts to twirl the blade around, cutting itself on the fingers. It dances in a frenzy, trying to stab itself with the knife. Then, Moira pulls out her wand and waves it at the ghost. The ghost growls and turns invisible again, but you notice it's becoming a lot weaker. Suddenly, your phone rings. It's your mother. Hello? Hey kid, it's me! Mom, what do you want? I'm in the middle of something important. Nothing that can't wait, but I just wanted to double check if you won't be coming home for Christmas. I told you I wouldn't. Okay, good. So I'll see you in a couple months? Yeah, I guess. See you then. You hang up and turn to Moira. Sorry about that, but I promised my mom I wouldn't disappoint her.
How could she not know you were doing something so important?
Heh, my mom's the same way with me. She thinks everything is more important than it actually is. Well, it is with her.
The ghost is almost gone, and now it seems to be in slow motion, like in one of those old movies. You know without a doubt this thing is definitely still alive out there. You see Koopa's castle in the distance. You look for the void portal. Moira, we've got to find the void portal! You run towards the castle, confident that you won't be lost. You see a bunch of souls running in terror in front of you. You say, Is that it?
Yeah, that's the void portal.
What? I thought it would be bigger or something.
Well, ghosts aren't very big, now are they?
You shrug and continue running towards your goal. Suddenly, you hear a great rumbling coming from above you. It's the ghost. You say, Uh-oh! The ghost is drawing power from the void portal. We need to close it.
Oh boy.
You and Moira spot the ghost in mid-jump as it reaches its arms out for the portal. It disappears into the portal and then reappears right above you. You say, I have an idea. Luigi, remember that time Mrs. Sanchez clogged a sink when she dropped her jewelry down the drain? Yeah, I'd rather forget that. We need to use that on the ghost. We need to use a liquid to make it disappear.
So wait, we're trying to make a ghost disappear by clogging its drain?
Exactly! You take out the bag of gems. Becca was using these gems in her portal experiments. What do you think would happen if we threw the whole bag into that portal to the void?
It should disappear.
Exactly! Let's do it! You and Moira run as fast as you can, like the dum-dums you are, towards the portal. When you reach it, you pick up the bag of gems, brandishing it like a baseball bat. You say, "This goes against everything I stand for, but let's clog this pipe." You and Moira grab the gems and start hurling them at the void portal. It takes a moment for you to get the hang of aiming, since you have to look down at the portal from Moira's level. But once you do, you begin to find the rhythm. It's like throwing a baseball, but better. You hurl the gems as quickly as you can, but suddenly, you see the gems disappearing into nothing before they reach the portal.
What the?
Uh-oh! You and Moira make a break for it as blackness begins to form around the portal. You see the ghosts disappear one by one as you hear the sounds of screaming, followed by gurgling and water running.
We did it! We did it!
Moira screams ecstatically. I told you we would! You say, "Now let's get out of here so it isn't the last thing we ever do." You and Moira run as hard as you can in the other direction, but the darkness is already closing in around you. Oh no! The last thing you hear is what sounds like a trumpet playing Dies Irae, followed by a sudden flash of light. You awaken safely next to your friends. Fortunately, you and your friends have been teleported back to the village where you started. You're exhausted after all that running and just want to sleep for a week. You open your eyes to find yourself lying by your friends in the sewer. Are we dead? You ask.
We're alive,
Wario says.
The ghosts nearly had us, but we got away just in time.
You sigh in relief. Thank the gods, you've survived another day. That was quite the adventure, you say. Thank you, Moira, for showing me the truth.
No problem. I'm glad we could help, she says.
You approach the pipe that leads to Koopa's castle. You decide to take Wario up on his offer. Koopa, we're coming to get you, and we're going to kick your butt. You enter the pipe and descend down into the darkness.